back with no promotion. We are live, man. What the hell did we watch tonight, man? Holy shit. This did not get anybody excited for the Royal Rumble at all. Good job there, Bruce. Good job, man. Edge returns and cut a terrific promo. But why didn't anybody tell me that Edge was going to be on the show tonight? Goldberg is back. Shows up, says 5 words, goes home. The usual night for Bill Goldberg. The Hurt Business seems to be finished. I don't know why. Bruce must be getting bored. And WWE is doing the Women's Championship on Raw no favors by putting it in a main event segment where the highlight of the match was Alexa Bliss riding a toy horse. Randy Orton RKO's Alexa Bliss into oblivion, and that was it. Monday Night Raw, as always, disappoints for the go-home show. The stay-home show. This is the real go-home show, right here on Off the Script.
Oh, baby, we don't like Raw. 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 Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. If Raw was my baby, then I'd give it away. Yeah, I meant it. I don't want that baby. Get that baby out of here. Raw, we don't want you. Get it going. Get it going. Bye-bye. Get it going. We punk get it going. We stepped up in and whooped everybody. We don't want that baby. We don't want that baby. Get him going. Blue, baby. Blue.
Is this what you want? This fucking foliage? Is this what you want? Mr. Dips? Is this what you want? Me standing in front of EC3 buying designer coats? Is this what you want? Me sitting in some hipster hotel in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, fluffing pillows? Is this what you want? I don't believe this. This graffiti art, hipster hotels, avocado toast. All I want is a fucking Guinness. An ice cold Guinness. What the hell does that mean? Oh, this is what you wanted. This is your Monday Night Raw review right here on Off the Script. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. It is January 25th, 2021. We are 6 days away from my favorite pay-per-view of the year, the Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble's always exciting to an extent, but I'll tell you what's not exciting, man. WWE's planning and WWE's build towards said Royal Rumble. It's gotten worse as the years have gone on. They usually just hang their hat on, oh, well, People are going to be excited for the Royal Rumble because everybody loves the Royal Rumble. So that means we don't have to do anything to get people excited because they are already excited. That's what they usually do. That's pretty much the feeling that I got from tonight's show. So in as little as I could possibly say in the manner in which Bill Goldberg usually cuts a promo, I'm going to be very brief with this cold open. Monday Night Raw fucking sucks, okay? Plain and simple. And so does Bill Goldberg. Fuck Bill Goldberg. I wanted to start this show off on a positive note. Fuck Bill Goldberg, okay? Might as well get that out there right now. Today was a big day, man. Today was a big day. WWE sold the network, the WWE Network. Vince McMahon sold the WWE Network to NBC Universal. They will now be streaming exclusively on Peacock. Peacock. So if you guys are wondering what happened today, that is exactly what happened. WWE made a cool $1 billion for 5 years, roughly about $1 billion, probably more than that. And they sold their WWE Network to NBC Universal. Now, I'm not going to really go into it because I did a 22-minute extra on it. You guys want to go check it out. It's literally on the channel right now. So if you guys want more off the script, go and check that out. I'm not going to repeat the entirety of what I said there, but I will say this, man. I seen a bunch of fucking imbecile cretins who have the IQ of a fucking crayon box on social media claim that this is a great deal for WWE. In fact, it's better than great. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But I would not be doing my job if I didn't cover the bad along with the good. I don't sit here and just continue to be one-sided when something good happens. You got to look at the entirety of the situation, okay? If you guys are interested in Peacock, it's going to work out great for you. It's going to work out fantastic for you. Peacock, I believe, is $4.99. I believe there will be an ad-free version, which I will be signing up for. I do not want ads. Fuck ads. I only put them in the video because I have to. It's the way I make my money, my living. But the ad-free experience on Peacock will be $9.99. I believe WWE will be notifying everybody of their cancellations right before Fastlane. And this is going to be a great deal for everybody because if you want to sign up for $4.99, you're actually getting the WWE Network for $5 cheaper, plus everything that's on Peacock, which is NBC's entire back catalog of shows and movies and anything that is owned by NBC Universal. Great deal. But what I don't like is how people just continue to ride the WWE dick and they don't look at all sides. I mentioned two things in today's extra. Two things that I'm sure a lot of people aren't going to be discussing because they're afraid to touch the negative, man. Oh my God, it's negative! I can't do it! I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to touch the negative, man. I wouldn't be as great as I am if I didn't touch the negative. I want everybody to understand this, man. The WWE Network at 1.5 million subscribers is a failure. The WWE and what they did with the network was a failure. Why was it a failure, man? Because they did not see any growth for the network. None. No new people were signing up because, oh my God, the WWE product is so great, man. I can't wait to watch all the current crop of stars and all the recent pay-per-views. WWE gave it away for free for how many years? 3 years, 4 years? Every single month. Get this for free, get that for free. Sign up for 99 cents. Whatever the case may be. Failure. They never eclipsed over 2 million people. And what does WWE do? Once they realize that they have failed at creating something so great, then they want to abandon ship, get the most money they can for it, which I don't blame them. I mean, if you want to look at a fucking stupid idiot, go look at NBC Universal. $1 billion. The network itself and WWE's management of the network was a failure. The only thing that NBC Universal cared about was the entire history, the entire catalog of WWE Network. And it goes to show you how valuable WrestleMania is. That's it. How many of those people, the 20 million plus on Peacock, are going to be watching WWE Network? Probably none of them. Are the ratings going to reflect the move to Peacock? Probably not. How many of those people are disenfranchised fans? We'll see what happens at the end of it, but WWE moving to Peacock, to me, is a colossal failure. They could not do it on their own. So now they're giving all of this to Peacock, NBC Universal. It also comes at a time when they, NBC Universal, is cutting their sports, NBC Sports, out of the picture. So I get the sense that it makes a great deal of sense for them because they're going to need consistent sports content. And WWE obviously gives them that because they take no weeks off. So that's a good deal for them. And I'm sure it's cheaper to go out there and buy content instead of producing your own content for the network or NBC Universal for Peacock. So it's a good deal for the fans. It's a good deal for us here. It's a good deal for WWE. It's a good deal for NBC Universal. It's a great deal. Vince McMahon isn't a complete idiot. He knows how to handle business. He knows how to set the company up for the future. He knows how to make money. But he doesn't know how to write a simple storyline or make a good creative decision in 2021. Now, if more people were invested in the show, how many more people would be signed up for the network, man? We wouldn't be in this situation. It all comes down to what is on television. The writing and the superstars being presented, and nobody is worth watching on these shows. The other thing that I have a big problem with is, and, you might not see this as a big deal, WWE is running into a situation again where we are looking at WrestleMania being the most part-time WrestleMania of all time. You know for a fact that they are going to be presenting WrestleMania in front of 20 million plus people. That number gives WWE a major hard-on to see that many people signed up to Peacock. Now, we don't know how many people signed up to Peacock. Apparently, if you are a Comcast customer, you get a complimentary Peacock subscription. I don't know how many of those people are out there existing. 26 million, I heard. It could be anywhere between 15 to 20 million paying subscribers for Peacock, upwards towards 25, 26 million. I have no idea. Nobody knows. It's all a guesstimation at this point. But whatever number that WWE is looking at, I'm sure, is 15 to 20, times more than whatever they have going on with the network on their own. And WrestleMania, we are looking at a part-time WrestleMania. A part-time Mania, man. WWE is going into this and they want to really grab the attention of that lapsed fan. You're going to see the Triple H's. You're going to see the Goldbergs. You're going to see the Edges, the Randy Ortons. You're going to see the Undertakers and the John Cenas of the world, the Brock Lesnars of the world come back. Half of WrestleMania is going to be taken up by part-time acts. That's what you're going to get. And Peacock is the sole reason for that. This sale to Peacock is the sole reason for that. Now, I don't really give a shit about that. I have no interest in that whatsoever. If WrestleMania was so big, you wouldn't need to go out there and fucking dig up Triple H to come back at 50 years old to wrestle a one-off match just to shill yourself in front of NBC Universal and this new deal with Peacock. So that's exactly what you're going to get because WWE is going to want to put their best foot forward. I don't agree with that whatsoever. I will never agree with that. It may be a good business move to the fucking geek out there, but I don't think WWE should really be in the business of digging up fucking 60-year-old legends to come back and steal WrestleMania spotlights from talent that should have already been built up and given the opportunity to maybe be a next John Cena or a next Roman Reigns or a next Brock Lesnar. It's shitty. It really is. And if you're interested in that type of WrestleMania, then God bless you. That's not WrestleMania to me. That was WrestleMania when I was fucking 6, 7 years old. Not now. What a shit show it's going to be. I'm telling you right now. I don't know what WWE's got planned. Like I've been saying for weeks, I'm absolutely petrified at what they got coming. That was the big news today. If you guys want my thoughts, my complete thoughts on all of that, go and check the video out. It's right on the homepage of the channel. Legitimately the first thing that you're going to see. We got the final Royal Rumble build tonight from Monday Night Raw, the stay-home show. Because that's exactly what it was. You missed nothing on this show. If you legitimately skipped Raw, you missed nothing. And if you missed Raw, more than likely you're here because nobody does it like I do. Asuka defended against Alexa Bliss. We'll go over what happened there. And I don't really understand what WWE is doing with Asuka. I don't. I feel like Asuka right now is floating in the middle of nowhere. She's floating in a sea of irrelevancy right now as the Raw Women's Champion. And I really don't know where she's headed or where she's going. I don't know what's to come for her at WrestleMania. WWE has no other women lined up besides the obvious for Asuka at WrestleMania. It's going to be a shit show. And I don't think putting her in this feud with Alexa Bliss and having these matches be so cringe and so over the top as far as the way that they're produced, I don't like it, man. It's so the opposite of what Asuka should be doing. Asuka's a world-class athlete, and here she is trying to sell shock and awe because Alexa Bliss transforms herself in the middle of a match and then all of a sudden is portrayed on top of a fucking toy horsey, riding back and forth. Asuka deserves better. So that was in the main event tonight. Randy Orton comes out of nowhere. He's still selling the burns from the fireball of Alexa Bliss. He's in the Royal Rumble. Still no sign of Bray Wyatt. We don't know what's happening going into the Royal Rumble. There were rumors that Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt were headed for a gimmick match of sorts at the Royal Rumble. Bray Wyatt has not shown face yet. Randy Orton has declared himself into the Royal Rumble. So has Alexa Bliss. What does this mean for both of them? I may have a possible solution here. In fact, I was hoping Alexa Bliss was going to win the Raw Women's Championship tonight, just so that she would be out of contention in winning the Royal Rumble. Now she goes into the Royal Rumble with a DQ victory of sorts, I would say, over Asuka. No championship. Gets another opportunity at the Royal Rumble to get an opportunity at Asuka. I hope to God she doesn't win. That would be a terrible, terrible decision. Edge came back. Adam Copeland is back. Great. He's back in WWE. Fantastic. I wish WWE would have let us know. I don't really go on social media to look at WWE's Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts. If it shows up in my feed, it shows up in my feed. I'm not going to actively go out there and search for it on my own. I heard nothing about Edge being on the show. Shows up, declares himself in the Royal Rumble, cuts a great promo. But I wish I was filled in on him being there. And you would think it's a big deal that WWE would have said something before Monday. I'm pretty sure that they knew Edge was going to be on the fucking show. Why wasn't this announced on Friday? Why wasn't this announced last week? You mean to tell me that Edge just got cleared on Monday, 2 hours before Raw? They knew. And they love to be lazy. What a dumb fucking decision that was. Goldberg and McIntyre, the less I say, the better. He showed up, he did nothing, he got paid what he's getting paid to tell Drew McIntyre he's next. Great. Spear to Miz, I believe it was, and then he goes home. Goodbye. The less we see of Bill Goldberg, the better. And the rest of this show was a complete waste of time. Sheamus wrestled twice. Matt Riddle wrestled a gauntlet match to wrestle Bobby Lashley at the Royal Rumble for the United States Championship. And Charlotte Flair wrestled 3 matches tonight. This was the epitome of a terrible go-home show. This is why I say it was the stay-home show. Stay home. I guarantee you'll miss nothing. So we're going to go over all that. Plus, we got some news and notes on Drew McIntyre heading into the Royal Rumble. And we got a very interesting quote from one Jinder Mahal. Get the fucking heebie-jeebies just saying the goddamn name, bro. Jinder Mahal. Will he be in the Royal Rumble? No, in WWE, he'll win the whole fucking thing. So we'll talk about that today again, along with the Monday Night Raw breakdown on the post show right here on Off the Script. Again, thank you guys so very much for joining me on YouTube. We are live. 1,600 people in the chat. We got 411 likes right now. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, man. Every thumbs up counts. We got 1,600 people. Realistically, we should have about 1,400 likes. I'm calling for 1,000 right here on the live stream. I swear to God, man, hit that thumbs up if you are for the fuck Bill Goldberg movement. If you want Bill Goldberg to go away and disappear completely, then hit that thumbs up. There should be over 1,600 thumbs up after that. Anyway, make sure you hit that thumbs up, guys. Greatly helps out the video and greatly helps out the channel. We got super chats are open. Make sure you get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. If you guys want to support, patreon.com/JD from NY206. Shout out to Mr. Premium, who just signed up for the 1-year annual subscription, man. So shout out to Mr. Premium. He's getting a nice, shiny, off-the-script baseball bat beer mug. He's getting an off-the-script Are We Live t-shirt. And he's getting a very special off-the-script insignia cookie. Yeah, man. I got cookies. I bake better than Titus. Believe me. Anyway, go and check out the Patreon page, man. Good stuff over there, as always. Also, get your masks. Mouthmasker.com/OTS. Bonfire.com. That is the exclusive home of Off the Script. And all the t-shirts that you need, man, for the podcast. Bonfire.com. Go and check out all the other videos that you might have missed. We got the extra from earlier today, Off the Script, episode 361 on Saturday, talking about the Vince McMahon secrets that he's keeping from everybody, including his own writing team, in regards to the top matches at WrestleMania. Why are you keeping secrets, Vince? Why does Bruce only know your secrets? I'm sure Bruce knows your deep, dark secrets. I know Bruce has done things that he pretty much can't ever tell because he's been sworn to secrecy. I know. Go and check that out. Off the Script, episode 361. Live on the channel right now as well. There's plenty of content for you guys on the YouTube channel. And today's show is sponsored by Honey. Not actual honey. Not bee honey. Honey. Honey.com/off the script. I know you guys like saving money, and all you got to do is download the Honey app to your browser And you guys are going to save big money when you shop online. Let me tell you, man, I use Honey all the time. I've been shopping a lot, and all of a sudden, you get this little drop down from your browser that applies coupons automatically, and you shop and save money at the same time. Honey is actually your personal shopping assistant. It's great. It's great. I got all my PlayStation 5 devices, man, and accessories using Honey. I saved money using Honey. Honey.com/offthescript. So make sure you guys go and download that. I want to thank them for supporting the podcast right here on Off the Script. Monday Night Raw opened up with Drew McIntyre. He is back. He is COVID-free. He's the WWE champion. And he's got a big match against, I don't even want to say his name. Makes me cringe every time I say his name. I don't believe we're talking about Bill in a WWE championship match again in 2021. It's quite sad, man. Really is. So McIntyre came to the ring. He's back on Raw. He says, I can't even begin to tell you how good I feel right now. Bro, you're on Raw. I don't know how good you could possibly feel about being on Raw. He thanked the fans for all the get well wishes. The outpouring of support meant the world to him. Said he had a very great time reading all the inspirational quotes and all the get wells on social media. Said he had a little fatigue. He lost his sense of smell. But he had mild symptoms and was training by day 4 in quarantine. He said he'll be 100% by Sunday. He dedicated his match to everyone dealing with this horrible virus. And he said, we will beat it. So Drew McIntyre is dedicating this match to everybody that has been dealing with this horrible virus. There's no way that Drew McIntyre could possibly lose if he's dedicating his match to millions of people around the world that have dealt with this virus in some way, shape, or form. He can't, right? Or is Goldberg bigger than COVID-19? So then he talked about Bill Goldberg defending the WWE title at the Royal Rumble. He said he'd be out of his mind to take Bill lightly. He says he's been watching him since he was a teenager. That should tell you something about how this match should not be happening. Said he went 173-0 until he defeated Hulk Hogan for the championship. Said he rolled through The Rock like he was nothing. Then he disappeared for years. Said the last thing to go in here is their power. He said he started a whole new streak. He said every champion he's challenged since he's returned to the WWE, he has defeated. Meaning Bill. Every time Bill comes back wanting to seek that glory again, he's challenged a champion and he's defeated those champions upon return. That's not really something of a statistic I really want to know about when I'm dealing with Bill Goldberg challenging for a WWE title. Because only that does more harm than good. It really does. When you give me stats like that, it's not really a good omen for what's to come. Because more than likely, WWE likes to plant seeds. Oh, Goldberg's got his own little streak going on here. We'll just give him the win over McIntyre. Oh, Goldberg, he'll be the only guy to hold all 3 major championships in WWE. Give me a break. Universal title, World Heavyweight title, and the WWE title. Nobody wants to see this. So all of a sudden, The Miz shows up with John Morrison. Miz said Drew versus Goldberg will be WWE's version of Kong versus Godzilla. Miz says it's going to be a hellacious clash, and there will likely be consequences. Said one or both of them could end up injured. So Morrison asked, what would happen then? Miz said the winner will be a sitting duck, and they will beat the holy hell out of them. Then I'm going to cash in. And Morrison then announced Miz as the new WWE champion. Then all of a sudden, Goldberg comes to the ring. He walked through his spray of pyro shooting up at him. So Drew was in the middle of the ring. Goldberg got in the ring. Miz and Morrison were on the ring apron. They were absolute pests here, eavesdropping on both Drew and Goldberg. Goldberg gets in Drew's face and says legitimately this: "You, me, Sunday, you're next." That was it. That's all Bill said. I guess Bill fucked up so badly when he showed up on Legends Night that Bruce made it as simple as possible for Bill to go out there and cut a promo. You, me, Sunday, you're next. Bill is absolutely being paid per word on his WWE appearances. What a groundbreaking fucking face-to-face, folks. That got you excited about this match? I'd love to find the individual that was blown away and excited by this unreal promo. Couldn't wait for this fucking segment to end. So Miz and Morrison are yapping from the apron. Drew and Goldberg threw Miz and Morrison into the ring. Goldberg speared Miz. McIntyre claymored Morrison. Drew and Goldberg then had a face-to-face. Drew held up his belt. Goldberg looked at the belt. He had some words for Drew. Goldberg then turned and left. And then Drew tossed Miz's Money in the Bank briefcase out of the ring over the barricade. And that was it. That was the segment. Not really all that excited about this whatsoever. I'm not excited about The Miz teasing a cash-in. We all know he's not going to be the WWE. Listen, if it comes down to it, man, if you got a bullet to my fucking face, I'm going to choose The Miz being WWE champion over Goldberg. But I don't see that happening. He failed once with the cash-in. He's going to fail again. But I want to throw this by you, folks. And this was brought to my attention tonight. Can you imagine? WWE has this Royal Rumble theme where everything looks like it's right out of a comic book. They got comic book fonts. The portrayals of the showcase matches, right? All the advertisements and all the still graphics for the pay-per-view are done in this comic book style. The characters, the individuals are jumping off like comic book pages. Isn't Goldberg the guy who calls himself a superhero for the kids? What do you correlate superheroes with? Comics. Could this be a precursor to Bill Goldberg winning the WWE Championship, and this be his backdrop, this be his theme? I don't know how many people have thought of that, but it was brought to my attention. Now, I'm not looking too much into it, but WWE does these things for a reason. They go with these looks and these scenarios, and they drop these hints via the promos, the verbiage in the promos, for a reason. They drop these analytics and these statistics for a reason. They tweet for a reason. How many tweets have you seen throughout the fucking weeks of Goldberg? How much of the sucking of the dick have you seen of Goldberg on WWE social media? What are they planning at the Royal Rumble on Sunday? Is Drew doomed? I hope not. I know the match is not going to go more than 3 fucking minutes. Goldberg's cardio doesn't exceed 60 seconds. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I really don't. We are going to be in for sheer shock on the 31st. It ain't going to be good. I hope WWE proves me wrong, but I just don't have a good feeling in my stomach. Moving on here, man. I got news on Jinder Mahal. Why do I got news on Jinder Mahal? Well, Jinder Mahal was actually in the main event of the Superstar Spectacle that WWE taped on Friday that will be showcased in India. And Jinder Mahal is very good friends with Drew McIntyre. They were in 3MB together. They were stablemates in 3MB. So Jinder Mahal was interviewed this week, And he was quoted saying he wants to challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. He spoke to WWE India, and Jinder was asked about the possibility of facing McIntyre for his title at WrestleMania. Now, I threw this by everybody, and I don't want to put bad omens out there, but if WWE goes with that, there is no hope. There really is no hope. Now, I don't think they're going with that. With this move to Peacock, I don't think WWE is going to go with that. But the fact that he said that now, it makes you think, is he a possibility to win the Royal Rumble? He says this, and I quote, "Absolutely. You know, McIntyre is a very good friend of mine. He's almost like my brother. But let's not forget he has the WWE Championship. So friendships aside, business is business. Championships are championships. Legacy is legacy, and he is a two-time WWE champion. I would like to become not only two-time WWE champion, but three-time, four-time, 10-time WWE champion. I would have 10-time the ulcers if that happened. And even beyond that, sometimes you have to put friendships aside, and what happens in the ring happens in the ring. Don't count them out, folks. Don't count out Jinder Mahal. I'm telling you right now. Now, Drew McIntyre, he didn't mention Jinder Mahal, but he did mention somebody else. Drew McIntyre says he would love to face Big E at WrestleMania. Now, he was interviewed by Sportskeeda, and McIntyre revealed he wants to face Big E at WrestleMania, further stating that Big E's character work is unbelievable and that he is incredible inside the ring as well. He says, and I quote, "Maybe Sheamus or Jinder can pull off the win and get that match." Just watching both shows right now and seeing where everyone's at, I'm excited to see Big E finally get on a good roll. We're showing his real personality, which is amazing, and it's so funny and entertaining. He's also got that serious side where he flips switches, and he can get serious if he's pushed. He's doing such a great job recently and kind of showing that whole package, and he's on his game. In the ring, he's incredible. He's one of the strongest in WWE, and that character is unbelievable, and it's an extension of his real personality. He's firing on all cylinders right now. So if Big E was to win the Rumble, he's somebody I'd be very happy to face at WrestleMania. Now, Big E has confirmed he will be in the Royal Rumble. I do not think he will win the Royal Rumble. And I do think if Big E is still the Intercontinental Champion after the Royal Rumble, I have said it once, and I'm going to say it again. I honestly think if Big E is that guy that everybody wants to be a major player for the Universal title, I do think that you need to start building him up and giving him major wins at major shows. Not only will that do the Intercontinental title good, it's going to do Big E good. And I think you should worry on building an Intercontinental Championship program at WrestleMania, because not only does the show deserve it, but the championship deserves it. And that championship is held by Big E, and he deserves it. I'm booking Big E versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. And I think that would go a long way. Now, I don't know what Rollins' role is going to be when he comes back. Mr. Becky Lynch could certainly come back as a babyface for all we know. I don't know if the Messiah thing is going to go away or if he's going to come back and be a babyface. Again, I don't know. I don't know. There are no fans right now. WWE could do whatever they want. I would like Rollins to come back and still be a heel. I thought he didn't even tap into how great that character could be. They just wasted it away on a feud with Rey Mysterio for about 13 months. I think Big E and Seth Rollins would be a great Intercontinental Championship match. I would even take it. Listen, if you want to take the title off of Big E and put it back on Sami Zayn, I would not mind Big E and Rollins in a regular one-on-one match, as long as the storyline is good for them to really culminate it at WrestleMania. If you want to put the title back on Sami Zayn, I'm all for that as well, because I originally booked Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. What do you do with Kevin Owens after he inevitably loses to Roman Reigns on Sunday? Where does he go? Does WWE continue his momentum? What does he do going into WrestleMania? This is it. He's got 3 Universal title shots, and he's got nothing to show for it. You got to keep him strong. You can't just waste him away and take him off of television after Roman Reigns has made him look like a top-tier guy. Give the title back to Sami Zayn. Big E doesn't need the IC title. It's good that he's got it. But if Sami Zayn takes that title like he says it's rightfully his, and then he drops it to Kevin Owens can carry that flag as the IC champion, and Rollins could battle Big E, and that could be legitimately the start of Big E's main event run by beating Rollins at WrestleMania. Fuck a match with McIntyre. I don't know what they're doing with McIntyre. That's the way I would do it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Moving on with the rest of the show, man. After the opening segment, Charly Caruso interviewed Charlotte Flair. I recharged my batteries. I now have a super infused lithium ion battery. She was fully charged tonight, folks. Fully charged. She interviewed Charlotte Flair. Charlotte says she performs well under pressure. Of course, you got a new fucking battery. You can go all night long. She said she helps Baszler, or she hopes Baszler. Not helps. I wish she would help her. Charlotte helps nobody. She hopes Baszler brings her invisible crown with her. She said this weekend she'll be defending the WWE Tag Team titles with Asuka. And she's also entering the Royal Rumble. That is unbelievable, Miss Flair. You're defending the women's tag team titles at the Royal Rumble. That's great. I wish somebody would have filled me the fuck in on what that match actually is. Who made that decision? Who are you defending the titles against? I didn't hear anything. Love how WWE builds up their show. She says she always defies the odds and she'll bet on herself. That's why they call me Miss Wrestle. Who's they? They call her Miss WrestleMania. Who's they, Bruce? Who's they? I don't call you that. I don't think anybody calls you that. Miss WrestleMania? What are we, making up names now to make you look even better than you really are? Come on. Give me a break here, folks. Caruso asked if the situation with Rick and Lacey Evans is a distraction. Charlotte said she's seen her dad in a lot of dark places, and this is the darkest. I'm in a dark place, too. I'm in the darkest place I could ever be on Monday night at 8 p.m. on the USA Network. She said she knows what Lacey is up to. She says it's one thing to be named Flair, but another to carry the weight of the last name Flair. And you are where you are because of the last name Flair. Don't forget it. But tonight I have Shayna Baszler. Charlotte is so fucking garbage that I'm actually rooting for Lacey Evans. That's how bad she is. She does nothing to enhance this situation. She sucks so badly that I'm actually rooting for Lacey Evans, and I hope Lacey destroys the entire Flair family. Honest to God. Charlotte versus Shayna Baszler. I don't know what had happened here, but Baszler went to go apply the Kirifuda clutch. Charlotte escaped, hit Baszler with a big boot. She applied a figure 4. She tried to bridge into the figure 8. Nia Jax ran into the ring. Referee called for the bell. So we got a Charlotte versus Shayna Baszler match in which neither woman could really lose. Now, we knew Charlotte was not going to lose to Shayna Baszler. And we knew Shayna Baszler really didn't need another loss on her record because she's not really doing all that well on Monday nights. So Nia Jax comes in. She leg drops Charlotte in the middle of the bridge to the figure eight, and Charlotte wins by DQ. So as Baszler and Jax are double teaming Charlotte, out comes catering, and out comes Mandy Rose. They make the save. Lacey Evans then runs out there and goes after Charlotte. We go to a commercial break. We got all these women arguing and fighting. So we come back from break and we get a Teddy Long special. We got the Teddy Long special. Tag team match, six-woman tag. Charlotte, Mandy, and catering versus Lacey Evans, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler. Now, I don't know what happened here. Apparently, we got Charlotte dragging Baszler by her hair to the floor outside. And then she went after Shayna on the outside. Charlotte, very uncomfortably. I don't know what was going on here. I don't know if somebody lost their spot or someone missed a cue. She looked very confused. She's arguing with Nia Jax. She exchanged some words with Nia Jax. Baszler shoved Charlotte into the ring. And then the referee counted Shayna Baszler out with a quick 10 count. Now, I don't know if this was a part of the match or not. Shayna was in no rush to get back into the ring, and the referee was fucking counting like he was on speed. Made Shayna look like a fucking idiot. She was in no rush. I don't even know if Shayna knew what the fuck she was doing. It almost looked like Shayna didn't even want to be there. So the referee calls for a 10 count. We get a countdown. Shayna Baszler gets counted out. Charlotte, Rose, and catering win in 5 minutes. Then we go to another commercial break. And we come back from commercial break, and Adam Pearce restarted the match because Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Lacey Evans were arguing that they wanted the match to continue. And then Charlotte, Mandy Rose, and catering said, yeah, start the match. Let's do it over. We accept. And then we get another redo of this 6-woman tag. Now, seeing how the rest of the show played out, with Sheamus wrestling twice and Matt Riddle going through a Hurt Business gauntlet, I would not be shocked if WWE booked this to be exactly how it came off on television. And it was not a botch by Shayna Baszler or Charlotte or anybody else involved, and the referee did not call it as a shoot. I honestly think all of this was the way it was supposed to be. But it came off absolutely fucking god-awful. The first hour of this show was Bill Goldberg and Charlotte Flair in 3 different matches. I hope this show got the lowest rating of all time. So we get this match started, and it goes another 6 minutes. So we got Lacey and Charlotte, because this is the only thing that matters here. Lacey yanked Charlotte to the floor and ran away once Charlotte went to go attack her. Rose tagged in. Jax charged at her. Catering was there. She moved out of a Nia Jax attack. Brooke landed a somersault face plant for a 2 count. Jax threw Brooke off the top rope seconds later. And then it looked like Nia was going for a powerbomb on catering. And then she transitioned from a powerbomb position into a chokeslam. And my God, man, let me tell you something. Nia Jax has injured many a soul, okay? You name them, she's injured them. But Dana Brooke, man, I would not be shocked. I'm sorry, catering. I would not be shocked if catering is in the dirt sheets tomorrow with a concussion. Because she got fucking planted. She got slammed so hard that she was holding her head before she even hit the fucking mat. She knew she was doomed right before she hit the mat. It looked like it fucking sucked. I hope to God that catering is all right. I don't want to see anybody get injured because of Nia Jax's negligence here. Fucking ridiculous, man. Really is. So Jax, Baszler, and Lacey win. After the chokeslam, Nia Jax follows up with a miserable-looking leg drop, and the heels win. This was absolutely terrible. I don't know who booked this segment or these 3 segments, but my God, man, you should find another fucking position. Seriously. Nobody wants to see 3 women's segments. Nobody wants to see 3 Charlotte Flair matches. This is creative bankruptcy at its finest. Retribution. This, I will admit to everybody, and this may come as a surprise to everybody because I shit on them every single week, but I am a big Mustafa Ali fan. I really am. I think Mustafa Ali is money. I respect Mustafa Ali greatly. He has tried to make this thing work with Retribution. He has taken it into his own hands. He goes on social media and he's playing up the gimmick. He really is trying to make it work, man. You got to give the guy credit. He is trying when others writing for them are apparently not trying. Mustafa Ali and Kofi Kingston, man. This is a easy storyline to tell. It really is. Now, I don't know when he's coming back. Apparently, Mustafa Ali said tonight he's going to be missing the Royal Rumble. Big E, obviously, is on SmackDown, so Xavier's all by himself. The New Day right now is at their weakest. Probably the weakest they've ever been. If Kofi Kingston comes back and we are knee-deep in this feud, I hope WWE has something well-written to bring him back to television and continue this. I think Mustafa Ali versus Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania could be a fantastic match if you allow them to tell the story the way it needs to be told. There is a story there that could have a great outcome and a great match if you allow them to tell that story. I hope that's what they get. Ali deserves a WrestleMania match, and Kofi, mixed up with Ali, it just serves as the perfect opponent for him. It is a great setup for Ali to give Retribution that one big win that they've been looking for ever since they joined forces. Ever since this group was created, what have they done? Nothing. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think it's obviously too late for them to do anything. You ain't going anywhere with the name of Slapjack and Teabag. Even though I love Dijakovic, but he's a fucking prick. All these guys are pussies. That is a absolutely perfect WrestleMania match. That's what WWE should be booking towards. I don't know when Kofi comes back, but that's where that match takes place. Retribution gets the victory because why does New Day need another victory? They've already solidified their names, man. They're fucking bulletproof. Imagine Ali getting a win over Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania inside Raymond James Stadium. You don't think that'll go a long way in helping him? I don't know how much it's going to help the group, but helping him? Gotta happen, man. Gotta happen. Xavier Woods went one-on-one with Slapdick of Retribution tonight with Ali, T-Bar, and Mace. Xavier wins in 3 minutes. Xavier rallied after Slapjack had some offense. So we got Ali ordering T-Bar to distract Xavier. Xavier overcame the distraction and landed a Shining Wizard on Slapjack for the win. After the match, T-Bag kicked Xavier at ringside, threw him back into the ring. Then we got T-Bar and Slapjack double choke slamming Xavier Woods in the middle of the ring. Ali brought a chair into the ring. He wound up looking to swing the chair right on top of Xavier's skull. And then he stopped. He showed Xavier some mercy. And in exchange, he sat on the chair. He told him he would show him some mercy. And if Xavier wants to save himself, he's going to do exactly as I say. I want you to deliver this message to Kofi Kingston. He said he heard the unfortunate news that Kingston won't compete in the Rumble match. He said a replacement has been found, and his name is Mustafa Ali. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Ali should be in contention, in consideration to be the Rumble's Iron Man. Just throwing that out there. Let's do it, Bruce. Let's not get this guy in the Rumble and have him eliminated in 5 minutes. R-Truth was backstage. He approached the Riddler. And he said he heard Hurt Business are throwing him a surprise birthday party. He said they have a surprise gift for him. And they bought him 24 gold carats. I'm not laughing. Says he's got to get ready. He said he'll split the carats with him if he doesn't tell anyone, and Matt Riddle agreed. I don't know who finds this funny. R-Truth is not funny anymore. The 24/7 title is not funny. But this is what NBC Universal paid for. I don't know. This is what Fox paid for. This is what NBC Universal paid for. Shit like this. Horrible comedy. Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is performing at the Royal Rumble. Now, I don't know who is excited about this. I don't know who is looking at this and thinking to themselves, oh, music videos. Bad Bunny to perform live at the Royal Rumble. WWE announced this via their social media platforms. He says, and I quote, performing at the Royal Rumble is a childhood dream come true. I've been a lifelong fan of WWE, and I'm excited to take the stage and entertain fans around the world, end quote. I know when I'm taking my bathroom break. How about you? Going to hour 2 here. We got MVP and the Hurt Business in the ring. They got balloons in the corner of the ring. MVP says he knows Bobby Lashley wants to bring something to his attention. But first he has to talk about Riddle. He said Riddle might be a brain-dead moron, but he can be crafty and luck is often on his side. He told them to focus on the task at hand. Lashley said they look good. He admired all of their belts. Said they believe in themselves, and the beauty of it is that they've just begun. Shelton said it's hard to believe that just over a year ago, at which point Cedric Alexander cut him off, which I'll get to in a second. Cedric said what Shelton was trying to say is the Hurt Business are on a roll lately because of MVP. Shelton resented being interrupted. Lashley then said they want to give MVP a little gold of his own. So they gave him a box, and he opened the box, and it had a pendant inside that had the letters dripping in gold and diamonds. THB for The Hurt Business. MVP took it out of the box. He put it around his neck. He looked really happy. He said, this is outstanding. It's not often I am at a loss for words. Cedric talked about working with the designer. Shelton then interrupted him and says he doesn't know what he's talking about. R-Truth came out of nowhere, danced out to the ring to his music. MVP yelled for them to cut the fucking music. He asked what Truth was doing out here. Truth says it's not often the guest of honor isn't on the guest list for his own surprise party. Truth says his birthday was last week, but better late than never. Cedric said this has nothing to do with him. It's all about MVP. THB stands for Truth, Happy Birthday. He said then, with the 24 gold carats, I thought they were for me. Shelton said, now's not the time. Now's not the time. Truth asked anyone if they wanted a dance break. And Lashley said, Truth is right. Lashley said he wants to make it up to him that he forgot his birthday last week, so he invited him to the ring. All of a sudden, we got Truth being nailed from behind by Humberto. Gives me a good time to sip my beverage. Carrillo. Humberto was found, folks. No longer shall he be on the back of a milk carton. Humberto was on Raw. Drew Gulak, Tucker, and Tozawa. So we got Carrillo breaking up Tucker's roll-up of Truth. Shelton, Cedric, and Lashley went after everyone at ringside. Riddle then gave MVP a final flash knee to the face, then bailed out to ringside. Hurt Business yelled at him. Riddle was dancing at ringside, and he was getting ready for the gauntlet match later on this evening. I found none of this entertaining whatsoever. I don't even know why MVP is on the fucking show. Or not MVP, R-Truth. I don't know why R-Truth is on the fucking show. It is so fucking lame. What does he add to the show? What does that title, what do those geeks add to the show? Is it funny? Are you guys laughing at it? I wish the show was written in a little bit more of an adult-like way. When I watch that shit, it embarrasses me the fact that I'm fucking watching this shit. I hope he's in the Rumble, and I hope he gets embarrassed. Moving on. So backstage, R-Truth was posing next to a baseball player statue that was in Tropicana Field. He asked Pierce, listen, I want to enter that Money in the Bank ladder match. AJ Styles and Omos walked up to them. Styles says, listen, I'd love to help Truth and give him an opportunity because he's benevolent. Truth was excited and said, whoa, you're benevolent. I'm a Capricorn, he says. Pierce says he'd taken under advisement. So Truth asks Omos if he's a Taurus. He said he once had a Taurus, but it broke down with him and Road Dogg one night. And that was the end of the segment. So we got R-Truth in this with AJ Styles, and Adam Pearce is gifting another opportunity for someone to be in the Royal Rumble. And AJ Styles is once again the gap between someone in the Royal Rumble. And we all knew what was going to happen. R-Truth in the Royal Rumble, getting past AJ Styles. Never in a million years, bro. Never in a million years. Sheamus and John Morrison. This was probably the best thing on the entire show. I love Sheamus, man. I think Sheamus is fucking great. Sheamus and John Morrison had a really, really good match. And this is what I talk about always with John Morrison and The Miz, man. If John Morrison was away from The Miz, we'd see more of this John Morrison. John Morrison can be, John Morrison. He could be humorous. He could be funny. He could be entertaining. But with The Miz, I feel like he's so cringe. I feel like the comedy is so miss on all aspects when he's with The Miz. It's not funny. I legitimately find anything else to do when Miz and Morrison are on TV. John Morrison does not deserve the type of negative reaction that he's getting by being paired with The Miz. The Miz is a joke. The Miz is a joke. He's not a serious character. He's a fucking loser. And John Morrison, we all know, could be the type of guy that goes after a Matt Riddle for a possible United States title, goes after a Bobby Lashley, goes after a Big E for the Intercontinental title. He's never going to be that top-of-the-line guy. He's never going to be the type of guy that you're going to put in a WWE or Universal title situation. But John Morrison, everybody thinks he's so good. Everybody. And this is exactly the type of match that we all know John Morrison can do, and we want to see more of. It was hard-hitting. It was brutal. They beat the shit out of each other. Just a damn good wrestling match. Back and forth, several minutes with these two, just beating the shit out of each other. Sheamus leapt off the top rope. Morrison kicked him in the knees. Then he kicked away at Sheamus at ringside. Morrison grounded Sheamus in the ring and worked over his legs. Sheamus made a comeback. kept favoring his legs as he fought back. Sheamus caught Morrison midair and slammed him for a 2 count. Then Sheamus applied a half Boston Crab. Morrison reached the bottom rope to force a break. Miz gave Morrison a pep talk on the outside. Morrison snapped Sheamus' neck over the top rope, but Sheamus came right back with a knee to the face and then followed up by a white noise for the win. And we got Sheamus winning in 10 minutes. So all of a sudden, Miz gets on the microphone, and Miz challenged Sheamus to a 2-on-1 handicap match after he just went a grueling 10 minutes with John Morrison one-on-one. So now we got a handicap match. So we got Miz and Morrison versus Sheamus now. Sheamus agreed to this because why would he not agree to this? He already beat the shit out of John Morrison. Sheamus, at 50%, could probably beat Miz at 100%. So we got a handicap match here. Another 7 minutes or so. And this time, Miz and Morrison beat Sheamus. Sheamus was going at Miz with some offense. He did the clubbing forearms over Miz's chest. Morrison went for the save. Sheamus delivered forearms to his chest instead. Sheamus then leapt off the top rope and clotheslined both Miz and Morrison onto the floor outside. He threw Miz back in the ring. He set up for a bro kick, but Morrison grabbed his leg. Sheamus gave Morrison a bro kick instead, but Miz suddenly caught Sheamus with a skull-crushing finale for the win. And that was it. So Sheamus beats John Morrison, and then they go the 50-50 route, and Miz and Morrison get their victory back over Sheamus in this handicap match. I don't know how WWE is building Miz up as an effective, credible, money in the bank briefcase cash-in. I don't. You know, Vince's mentality with the briefcase is, oh, he's got the briefcase, he's immune. He's got an automatic WWE title shot, so we can give him loss after loss after loss. We can make him look like a loser. We can make him look like a comedy geek, etc., etc. But what Vince is doing is actually harming The Miz, and it's harming Morrison. I don't think anybody thinks that The Miz is going to be cashing in successfully. And if you're going to give that briefcase to somebody, the entire basis of that briefcase is to give it to somebody that you feel like legit should be the next WWE champion. If you're going to give somebody that briefcase, you should at least be building them up to be a threat upon the unpredictable cash-in. When Miz goes to cash in, do you think he's going to be the opportunist and get that victory? Is he going to look serious? Is he going to be looked at as a threat over Drew McIntyre or over Goldberg or over whoever challenges for the WWE title or whoever the WWE title holder is? No. He's been a loser for months. He's been a fucking geek for months. They should be building him up as a fucking opportunist, smart, and with some wins. Serious wins. Big wins. How does beating Sheamus in a handicap match after his best friend went out there and brought this guy to a 10-minute grueling match, only for him to pick up the fucking pieces? How does Miz look with him getting speared by Goldberg and Morrison being Claymore kicked in the open of the show? Every which way, these guys are being embarrassed. So spare me the bullshit on Miz and Morrison holding the briefcase. They're fucking losers. They shouldn't even have the briefcase to begin with. Moving on. Ric Flair was backstage. He was training Lacey Evans in how to escape various rear or from behind moves, bear hugs. In walked Charlotte. She walked through the doorway. She stopped. She was staring at them. She asked Lacey to leave because she wanted to have a moment alone with her father. Lacey left. She left and nothing was done. She just walked out and she didn't go to attack Charlotte or she didn't say anything to Charlotte. She looked scared. So she left. Rick said just because she's a big star, that doesn't mean there's not a place for him in this locker room. He said, just because someone wants to get some of his wisdom, so be it. He said he'll just be himself. Charlotte asked if him being himself is him spending all of his money on everyone but him or her, the family. She said, when she was young, this was cute. But she said he's going from legend to old man. And she has no problem saying that to his face. I'm not the bad guy, Charlotte says. So she backed away as Rick was staring at her. Lacey then re-entered the locker room and gave Charlotte the loser's right. Knocked her out. So Rick and Lacey left the room. Rick bent over to check on Charlotte and Lacey asked Rick to teach her how to properly do a woo. And then she began doing it in the hallway. I love when Charlotte looks defeated. But I don't know, man. I really don't know where any of this is leading. I really don't. The one thing that I'm afraid of is that they're making Charlotte look dejected and defeated here. And I hope that this doesn't really take her into the Royal Rumble and have her win the Royal Rumble for a second year in a row. I hope to God not. Because this storyline certainly doesn't need Charlotte Flair overcoming all the odds because her father is a old, senile, fucking sex-driven maniac family, and Charlotte Flair needs to look good for the family. I hope to God not. They don't take this and ride Charlotte all the way to winning a Royal Rumble for a second year in a row. Please. There are so many better options than Charlotte Flair in that Royal Rumble. And two come to mind immediately on SmackDown, in Bayley and Bianca Belair. Other than that, I have no idea. Nobody else on the main roster even deserves to sniff a Royal Rumble victory. My top three possible winners for the Women's Royal Rumble: Bayley, Bianca, and a dark horse in Rhea Ripley. That's it. So we'll see what happens with that. I hope to God that WWE's not taking this storyline into the Royal Rumble with Charlotte. Guys, I want to step away for a little bit. Shout out my sponsor, Honey. Honey.com/offthescript, man. I know we all shop online. You shop online, I shop online, everybody shops online, man. If you enjoy shopping online, if you enjoy saving money, I want you guys to give me a 1 in the chat right now. Give me a 1 in the chat if you love saving money. Like I said, we all shop online. We've all seen that promo code field taunt us at checkout. You go searching for promo codes and nothing shows up. It's been used, right? I've been there. Nobody likes that shit. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past. Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one to find the best deal for you online. Honey supports over 30,000 online stores that range from sites that have tech and gaming products to popular fashion brands and even food delivery. Imagine you're shopping online at one of your favorite sites, and when you check out, the Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click the Apply Coupons button. It's that simple. You wait a few seconds, Honey searches for the coupons that it could find for you online for that site, and boom, instant savings. If Honey finds a working coupon, you will watch the prices drop right before your eyes, man. I got PlayStation 5 accessories that I shop for online, man. Controllers, charging stations, cables. Honey saved me money on all of that. I did nothing. Typed in what I was looking for, went to go shop online, boom, it applies the coupon code for me immediately. Honey has found over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's a lot of money. And if you guys don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on all these savings, man. It's literally free and it installs on your browser in seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself and myself a solid. So go and get Honey today, man, for free. joinhoney.com/offthescript. That's joinhoney.com/offthescript. And I want to thank them for supporting the podcast right here for the Monday Night Raw post show on Off the Script. Awesome stuff there, man. I love saving money. Love saving me some money, man. I wish I could save myself some time from watching this goddamn show. AJ Styles. AJ Styles has absolutely nothing to do on Monday Night Raw. So much so that he's in a fucking match with R-Truth on Raw. Styles wins in 3 minutes. Styles declared he was about to throw Truth over the top rope like he'll do 29 other guys inside the Royal Rumble. Truth reversed Styles and threw him over the top rope. Styles then went after R-Truth in a very angry way. So, Styles springboarded at Truth. Truth avoided him and then slammed him. He went into the John Cena moveset and pulled out a "you can't see me." Styles countered into a calf crusher and Truth tapped out. Come on, bro. R-Truth using John Cena moves against AJ Styles, man. John Cena and AJ Styles had some classics. If there's anybody out there that knows John Cena, it's AJ Styles. You can't be pulling that shit against AJ Styles, man. Come on. Truth should know better, but he's the 24/7 champion, so clearly he doesn't. Styles wins in 3 minutes. Styles is being dumbed down to be this mid-card fucking goof. I'm wondering what he does at WrestleMania. I really wonder what he's doing at WrestleMania. There's rumors that AJ Styles wants a match with Triple H. Do we get it? Is Triple H training for a return? I have no idea. I really don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see what WWE has for AJ Styles, because ever since he got drafted to Raw, ever since that Drew McIntyre match at TLC, he has done absolutely nothing on this show. And right now, if you're me, I'm looking at AJ Styles and all I'm thinking is, man, they're wasting this fucking guy. You got this guy. AJ Styles is not going to be around forever, and this is what you're doing with him? What a fucking waste. No matter how far along that guy is in his fucking career, I know he wants to be doing more. We went right into hour 3. WWE did a full rerun of the Randy Orton promo where he wore the Lucha mask. So we've seen that entire promo all over again. Alexa Bliss cut a promo on her Alexa's Playground. I said previously that the Sheamus and John Morrison match was the best match of the night. I would actually say this was the best segment of the entire night. I feel like Alexa Bliss on this segment absolutely killed this segment. And I mean that in a very good way. She was on her swing set, swinging back and forth. She said last week she had so much fun. Did you see what Randy's face looked like after what we did to him? Then the view shifted to what looked to be an old TV set, a very old school vintage TV set showing Bliss shooting a fireball at Orton's face. So we've seen the replay of that. She then giggled and said, "I think he looks better too," as she looked over at the empty swing set next to her. She said she invited Asuka to her playground, but she didn't want to play nice. So we go back to the old school vintage TV and we see a clip of Bliss being upset with Asuka when Asuka said the word fiend. Bliss then said, "But neither did I." She didn't want to play nice either. So she said Asuka didn't want to play nice, but then Bliss said, "Well, I didn't want to play nice either." Then they played a replay of Bliss giving Asuka a Sister Abigail and pinning her 1, 2, 3 last week on Raw. She said, "Did you see my trick? Ha ha ha. He taught me that. He taught me a lot of things. I can't wait to see him again so I can thank him." She said tonight she has the opportunity to win a shiny new toy, and just like last week, I don't feel like playing. And she said that in a sinister tone while she held up her glove that said, "Play." She then started to swing on the swing set again, and she started singing in a very creepy tone. "Ring Around the Rosie." They went to a close-up, and then she whispered, "Let me in the Fiend's voice." This was an excellent segment. I thought this was incredibly well done. I thought this was the right type of creepy that they were going for. I love the vibe. I love the look of the old vintage TV. I love Alexa's mannerisms. I love her body language. I love the way she smirks and she smiles. I love the way she goes from playful to evil like that. And you're probably wondering, am I listening to Off the Script here? JD is praising Alexa Bliss. Where the fuck is the real JD? I'm right here. Alexa Bliss is masterful at this entire Firefly, Funhouse, Fiend, Harley Quinn, whatever the fuck you want to call her, bad girl, good girl, going in and out role. She's fantastic. As far as I'm concerned, she is now the star of this entire act. When Bray Wyatt comes back, Bray is going to be the supporting role. That's how over she is. That's how great of a job she has done here. Now, I don't know who's in charge of these segments. I got a text tonight from a friend saying that Bruce Pritchard actually is in charge of these segments. I find that very difficult to believe. If Bruce is in charge of these segments, Bruce's body must have been kidnapped by fucking aliens. Because this is not Bruce Pritchard. I'm sure Bray has something to do with it. I'm sure this is more Vince than Bruce. If Bruce was putting all of this effort into the Funhouse and Alexa and Bray and making it feel this good, where the fuck is Bruce for 99% of the rest of the show? So if this is Bruce, I find that very difficult to believe. But Alexa is killing it. And at this point in the show, knowing that she had Asuka and the Raw Women's Championship match, I was saying I would not be opposed to Alexa Bliss winning the Raw Women's title. I just don't know how good this is for Asuka to be in this situation. So this was awesome. Really, really, really good stuff by Alexa Bliss. Matt Riddle ran the gauntlet here. He started off with Shelton, he went through MVP, and he went through Cedric Alexander. Matt Riddle is getting a United States Championship match at the Royal Rumble. He ran the gauntlet, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen WWE do gauntlet matches before, but WWE relies on gauntlet matches every single time they want to get somebody over. It's almost as if Vince McMahon doesn't realize he's done it the last 3 years with several WWE superstars. This was not as good as the Nakamura gauntlet match, but I honestly think it is a step in the right direction for Matt Riddle. I really do. He beat Shelton Benjamin because of Cedric's outside interference. Shelton complained to Cedric, who was yelling from the outside. And MVP started yelling at Cedric, "Do nothing, do nothing." Matt Riddle pinned Cedric Alexander for the 1, 2, 3 here. So Riddle then went through MVP second. Shelton and Cedric were on the outside. MVP was yelling at Cedric and Shelton, calm down, because they were fighting on the outside. Riddle rolled up MVP for a quick heel hook tap out, and that was it. So Riddle ran through Shelton and MVP, and if he beats Cedric, he gets the United States title match at the Royal Rumble against Bobby Lashley. This was the best match in the gauntlet, if you even want to call it that. This was about 10, 11 minutes, 12 minutes at most. So we got Riddle versus Cedric Alexander. Like I said, this was the best of the three. Cedric grounded Riddle early with some arm bars. Riddle made a comeback. Cedric cut it short with a beautiful brainbuster suplex for a 2 count. MVP started yelling at Cedric Alexander. Finish the job, get the job done here. So Cedric got aggressive. He started punching away, stomping away. Cedric leapt off the top rope with a stomp attempt. Riddle moved and then applied a triangle. Cedric powerbombed Riddle to break his grip, but Riddle reapplied it right away. Riddle then captured Cedric for a leverage roll-up for a 1, 2, 3, and Riddle pins Cedric Alexander, and that is it. That was it. I don't know what's happening here, man, with Cedric Alexander and the Hurt Business. I don't know what's happening with the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business has not looked good at all in the beginning weeks of 2021, man. This was a group that WWE was building up all year. This was the most dominant faction on Raw. These guys were the most protected on the show. And it's as if WWE is just erasing everything they've done with the Hurt Business. Cedric seems to be having a fallout with Shelton. MVP is getting upset at Cedric for being cocky and mouthy. I don't know what's happening here. Seems like Cedric Alexander is going to be kicked out of the Hurt Business. In fact, I don't know if MVP is going to sit for Shelton or Cedric. They both may find themselves out of the Hurt Business. I don't know. But who do you get in the Hurt Business? Who do you get in the Hurt Business to replace Cedric and Shelton, if that is where they are going? The Hurt Business is a thing, okay? This is MVP. He's going to go out and find superstars and mold superstars. If Cedric and Shelton don't want to be a part of this and they would rather kill each other, then MVP should not have to deal with this shit. Kick them both out. Maybe they could go on their own and actually be a tag team and come to a agreement. Hey, we just lost our job with MVP, a tag team on Monday Night Raw. And I could absolutely see MVP going out there and getting Am I still live? I don't know what's going on here. I think it got cut, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second, guys. This is really pissing me off. It says I just created a duplicate stream. No, I'm still live. I don't know why I don't know what's going on here. I really don't. I don't even know what I was saying. We got the Hurt Business here. If Cedric and Shelton get kicked out, I could see them being a tag team. They will not survive on their own. They will not survive on their own. I could see Cedric and Shelton going as a tag team and MVP getting Ricochet and Keith Lee in the Hurt Business. I could see MVP getting Ricochet and Keith Lee in the Hurt Business. And I think with MVP, he could build up Keith Lee next to Bobby Lashley as a dominating heel, and Ricochet absolutely needs a character change. He needs some sort of grit to him. He needs some sort of heelish tendencies to him. He needs to just break away from this blue-collar baby face. Honestly. It's disgusting what they've done with Ricochet. So I don't really know what they're doing with the Hurt Business, but my God, man, we need to switch things up. If Cedric and Shelton are gone, Ricochet and Keith Lee would be perfect. Where's Keith Lee on this show? Has Keith Lee done anything since his match with Sheamus? I really don't understand why we're leaving him off this show. So Riddle wins the gauntlet. He gets Bobby Lashley at the Royal Rumble. He runs through Cedric, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin. So Edge is back. He had a very, very good promo. And I don't know where he was emanating from. I don't know if he was actually there in the back or if he was at home. But Edge was on the show, and I heard nothing about this shit. I heard nothing about Edge coming back. I didn't hear any tweet. See any tweet. I didn't read any WWE. All I heard, literally within the hour that he was going to be on the show, Edge is going to be here on Raw, and he's going to give a status update on where he's been and what his injury looks like. But yet here we are with Edge on the show. We got no promotion for him, which is fucking ridiculous. WWE should have known that Edge was going to be back. I'm sure they knew he was going to be back. We heard nothing all day until maybe an hour before the show. Maybe. We heard nothing on Friday. We heard nothing on last week's show. Why wasn't this announced? That's a pretty big fucking deal to me. So Edge. The one thing about Edge's work, he cuts a fucking great promo, man. He really does. He said in 2020, it's taught him and everyone a valuable lesson. You can't lose sleep, or you can't sleep on tomorrow. He said if you have a dream, you have to act on it and fight for it every day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. He said when you have a setback, you have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep walking forward. So he went to bed after WrestleMania 27, and the WWE champion felt on top of the world. Well, he was the WWE champion after WrestleMania 27. He felt on top of the world. He said within a week, he had to forfeit the championship. He said his career, the only one he ever wanted, ended. He said when he told his mom he was going to be a wrestler, she told him, just go do it. He said those are simple words, but they were the jet fuel that lit the fire in his gut to make him fight for 9 years to make a return to get his dream back. He said at Backlash, Orton tore his triceps and gave him another reminder in case he forgot or needed that everything to him and everything close to him, everything that he holds dear to him can be torn away just like that. You can't live in that space. You gotta fight. And I know what my mom would say. He said, with that in mind, I am declaring myself for the Royal Rumble. He said the stakes are higher because he knows the window closes for him more and more every day. He said he needs to win the Rumble and take back at WrestleMania that which he never lost. He said he will fight with every breath left in his body to make this maybe far-fetched dream come true. He said anyone who knows him knows he's got to try. He said a world without fighters and dreamers is a much less magical place. Then he quoted Henry Ford, who said, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And then he closed the promo with, well, I think I can, and I'll see you at the Royal Rumble. The promo was fantastic. I love the way Edge comes off. He just articulates his words beautifully. His tone is always right. His demeanor is always right. He's very visceral in his delivery. And when Edge speaks, it comes from a place of true emotion, is why I love him so much. With him declaring himself in the Royal Rumble, it really throws a wrench, and this is a good wrench. It really throws a wrench in WWE and their predictability for the Royal Rumble. Edge is going to be a dark horse in this thing. I don't know if WWE is going to give him the win. I don't know if it's the right choice to give him the win. But there are just as many people who don't want Daniel Bryan to win as opposed to him winning the Royal Rumble. It seems to be split 50-50. And I don't know where WWE is going to go with this. It could end up being Daniel Bryan and Edge, the final two in the Royal Rumble. How great would that be? But if you're looking at Daniel Bryan winning the Royal Rumble, the Roman Reigns story is there. It's a great story to tell. I would love if they tied all of that up after so long. They have to. At some point, whether it happens at Mania or it happens after Mania, they're going to have to get to it. But Edge winning the Royal Rumble, this is a very ominous promo that he cut. It could be a precursor to what WWE is doing. They're bringing Edge back. He was on the show tonight. He cut this great promo. He wants what is his. He wants that moment again. He said, I don't have much time left. My clock is ticking. So what does that mean? Is WWE going to give him the Rumble win? And if he goes to the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble, who is he going to be in the ring with? It certainly ain't going to be Roman Reigns. Why would Roman Reigns and Edge have a match at WrestleMania? Roman cannot lose. Edge is not beating Roman. Nobody is beating Roman. Roman should not walk out of Mania without a title. If Edge wins the Rumble, he's taking it from McIntyre. This is why I said on the podcast this Saturday, I do not want you guys to look at Edge and take him lightly. We have Daniel Bryan, we have Edge, maybe Big E. Seth Rollins is going to be a dark horse. WWE could go with Seth Rollins. We don't know what their plan is. Goldberg could lose and go into the Rumble and win the fucking Rumble. We don't know. McIntyre can do the same thing. Roman could do the same thing. Lesnar can show up and win the fucking Rumble. We don't know. This Rumble is a very unpredictable one. But if WWE is going with Edge, Edge wins the Rumble, challenges McIntyre, I could see that being a damn good back and forth between these two. Bryan wins the Chamber. We still get Bryan and Roman at WrestleMania. So then we're looking at Edge, Orton, Edge and McIntyre, Bryan and Roman. If you're going to go down the line, Bray versus John Cena. Randy Orton versus Bill Goldberg. Those are your big four matches right there. After the Rumble, we are going to have half of the puzzle pieced together. If Edge wins the Royal Rumble, Bryan is going to win the Elimination Chamber. If Bryan wins the Royal Rumble, Edge is going to win the Elimination Chamber. I sit here today a little bit more comfortable knowing that Goldberg is not going to win the WWE title. Now, there's still a very good possibility that that happens. I hope to God not. All the signs are there for WWE to pull a stupid stunt like that. But WWE really gave everybody a nice little hint at what is to possibly come with Edge in the Royal Rumble. This was a great promo. It really was a great promo. Asuka versus Alexa Bliss was the main event. Raw Women's title match. I was not a fan of this match. I was not. In fact, I was hoping that Asuka would lose the Raw Women's Championship. And the only reason why I wanted Asuka to lose the championship because everybody is picking Alexa Bliss to win the Royal Rumble. And I do not want Alexa Bliss to win the Royal Rumble over a Bayley or over a Rhea Ripley or over a Bianca Belair or anybody else WWE may have in mind for the Royal Rumble. Fuck Charlotte. I don't think Alexa Bliss winning the Royal Rumble really serves as using the Royal Rumble to the best of its ability. It needs to go to somebody to build somebody up and put somebody over. I don't think Asuka being in this situation is doing Asuka any good. The matches are not Asuka-like. It's not making Asuka look good. It's not making the Raw Women's title look good. It's all theatrics. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all fucking, hearsay with the changing of the characters. 1 minute we see playful Alexa Bliss in the playground in the fun house. Then we see the goddess Alexa Bliss. And then we see evil Alexa Bliss, really just transforming into her version of a female fiend. It's not really all that good. And this is happening during the match. It's not making Asuka look good at all. Asuka looks scared. She looks like she's afraid. Don't do anything as far as outcomes go because there's always no contests or there's always disqualification. It's fucking stupid. So Asuka made her ring appearance first. She made her way down to the ring. Bliss skipped down to the ring. She came out to the Firefly Funhouse theme song. So we got this match started. And Bliss was on a roll early with some offense against Asuka. Bliss settled into the middle of the ring with a chinlock on Asuka. Asuka sold it. She broke free. She kicked Bliss in the face. Bliss checked for blood on her face after the kick. Asuka knocked her down and gave her a knee to the face. Then she hit the hip attack, followed by a German suplex. and then a basement knee right to the face for a near fall. So Asuka threw Bliss into the corner and kicked away at Bliss. Bliss's original Goddess theme music started to play, and Bliss began crying in the corner. She was dressed as the original Alexa Bliss in the corner. Now, a lot of people were probably wondering how this all happened. We got WWE more than likely filming this match before Raw. That's what was all the character changes in the match. That's how they did that. They just kind of cut it up and they went scene by scene by scene. They edited it nicely. They added it to the live program at the end of the night. This match was probably taped earlier in the afternoon. So we got original Alexa Bliss crying in the corner. Bliss stood and she looked at her body as if she was not recognizing herself. Where is she? She didn't know where she was or who she was. So Asuka charged, but Bliss sidestepped her. Asuka went right into the middle turnbuckle. Bliss was just wandering off, looking off into space somewhere. And she stood in the corner. She looked down. We got the Fiend's effects playing on the television. They began to take over the Thunderdome. The lights went black. We got more creepy sound effects and more creepy music. Suddenly, Bliss was leaning backwards on the turnbuckle like Bray Wyatt. And she was now this evil version of Alexa Bliss. The black lipstick, the black eyeliner. She was dressed in all black. So we went from Firefly Funhouse Alexa to Goddess Alexa to Fiend Alexa. All in one match. So Asuka charged. Bliss blocked every attempted strike by Asuka. Bliss then blocked the knee. No-sold the knee. Asuka then caught Bliss with a Asuka lock. Bliss slipped out of the Asuka lock. Bliss then applied the mandible claw. Looked like she was going to win the title. Suddenly, Randy Orton shows up from behind Alexa Bliss. She looked back. He's standing there with no mask on. And you see the burns on his face. And he gives her an RKO. So Randy Orton puts Alexa Bliss in the RKO. And that was the end of the show. That was the end of the show. I don't know what WWE is doing here with these two. I don't know where Bray Wyatt fits into all this. Maybe shows up at the Royal Rumble. I don't know what's happening with Bliss and Randy Orton going into the Royal Rumble. All I know is that Alexa Bliss should not win the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton, we know, is not winning the Royal Rumble. He's not. He's not factoring into a WWE title match at any WrestleMania this year. What I do think is going to happen is we will see the men's Royal Rumble match first. I think Alexa Bliss gets back at Randy at the Royal Rumble and somehow causes a distraction for Randy Orton to get eliminated in the Royal Rumble. And then Randy Orton's probably going to come back and do the same thing to Alexa Bliss, which will then prompt The Fiend to come out on Monday Night Raw. But I do think, I don't know this for sure, but the way I would book it is that they cause each other's elimination in their respective Royal Rumble matches. Alexa Bliss should not win the Royal Rumble at all. So I think at the Royal Rumble, we see both of them eliminate each other in their respective matches. So we will see what happens there in the Royal Rumble, man. That is it for the Monday Night Raw review, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out. Again, I am sorry about the internet problems here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I should really hit up Verizon or so. Don't know what the fuck's going on, but the stream did cut out about 3 times tonight. It's probably not going to be that way when you guys watch it back, but for you guys watching live, I apologize for that. I will try and get that rectified as soon as I can. It's awful. It really is. I hate when things don't go my way, but sometimes you just can't help it, and it is what it is. Anyway, guys, we are about to go over the Super Chats. If you want to hang out in the chat, get them on in. We'll hang out, and we'll call it a night. If you guys are sticking around, I'd love to have you. If not, I will see you back live on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, man. Hopefully it's a better show on Wednesday nights. But make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. We got Twitter and Instagram. Got some good stuff happening on both, man. .com/JD from NY206. Bonfire.com for your t-shirts. Mouthmasker.com/OTS for your masks. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. We got that Off the Script Extra tonight, or today rather, that we did earlier in the afternoon, talking about the Peacock acquisition of WWE Network. My thoughts on that, if you guys care about that, that is on the channel right now. And Honey, man, join honey.com/offthescript. Go and get yourself that free browser extension and save yourself some money if you're shopping. Join honey.com/offthescript, man. Let's see the super chats. Start off with this one, man. Sean Planet Stasiak. Trivia question. Who the 2011 Rumble? Who won the 2011 Rumble? I'm assuming you're asking. Hint, he's Mexican. Also, what do you think of Sheamus vs. Triple H at Mania? It hasn't happened. Alberto Del Rio, fuck him. And Sheamus vs. Triple H, no thank you. Triple H should not be wrestling any longer. Ryan Heisler, $5 super chat. I would like to put Vince and Bruce inside the Resident Evil 8 dungeon and throw away the key. There will be a RE reboot movie coming in September. I never liked any of the Resident Evil movies, man. I thought they were all terrible. None of them were a true adaptation of what we've seen in Raccoon City. None of them. Henley Pierre, $10 super chat. Hey, JD, 100% Alexa would win the title only to drop it to Charlotte at WrestleMania. And this is what they want. Their favorite blondes go at it. And the Charlotte agenda is in full effect. They're not doing that match. That match makes no sense. Alexa is not... The reason why they're booking Alexa in these no contests is because she can't lose. This is why I don't want her to win the Royal Rumble. And she will be eliminated in some fuck finish fashion. Lakefront Studios with a $9.99 super chat. Thanks, JD, for watching the black hole that is Raw so we don't have to. I had a feeling that Orton would interfere and cost Alexa the match. I was hoping she would have taken the title, man, so everybody could really die down with the chatter of her winning the Royal Rumble. Henley Pierre with a $10 super chat. My fault. Alexa did not win, but I have a feeling she will win the title at some point and lose it to Flair. Edge winning the title, I just only hope Adam Cole takes the title away from him. I booked that last year. Man. I really did. And if that happens, that'd be something else, man. That'd be something else. I would have called that at least 9 months before it happened. If Edge wins the Royal Rumble and he wins the WWE Championship and Adam Cole comes and takes it off of him as he gets drafted to Raw, that would be awesome, man. That really would be awesome. And I would have called that about 9 or 10 months in advance. So we'll see what happens. Jerry Winters with a $9.99 super chat. He says, thank you. Awesome. Thank you, man. JP5150 with a $5 super chat. So other than whatever the hell that main event was, Monday Night Garbage continues to get low, really low, like Destiny 2 Pit of Heresy levels of low. Listen, bro, don't make fun of Pit of Heresy, man. I think Pit of Heresy is fucking great. I always enjoy me a good run of Pit of Heresy, dude. Tenorio. $5 super chat. Watch both 1992 and 1995 Royal Rumbles over Raw tonight. I say I've made the right choice tonight. Let me tell you something, man. We're going to be doing some watch-alongs on Sunday for the Royal Rumble. WWE uploaded several Royal Rumble matches on their YouTube channel. I think we should do watch-alongs, man. Have some cold beverages, hang out on Sunday on Twitch. I'll let you guys know. Matthew Ryan with a $2 super chat. Humberto returned tonight. Wow, I forgot him. Humberto! Korea. Zach Wiles, $4.99. Anybody else see the WWE on Fox Twitter account say that the number 30 entrant in the men's Rumble is being revealed on Backstage this Saturday? Thoughts? Are you fucking serious? Why would they do that? To sell your shitty show? Wow, that's an awful fucking decision, man. That really is an awful fucking decision. For everybody in the chat, everybody's still in here, man. I had to turn members only on because there are a lot of people that have absolutely no fucking lives, bro. I hope all of your fucking wives and girlfriends are being fucked by big black cock somewhere, man. I hope they step out and sneak out of the house because you are fucking garbage at what you do. So now you can't say shit. I love how everybody hates on what I do, but yet you are here. And you're swinging from my ball hair. I love it. I absolutely love it. Florius Nation with a $10 super chat. What were your thoughts on the Royal Rumble in 2007? Decent. Not the best, but decent. The 1992 Rumble was the greatest Royal Rumble ever. Go to bed, Hoot Media. I just saved you for the rest of the night. Big Wheezy with a $5 super chat. What were your thoughts on... that's Florius. Big Wheezy, $5 super chat. Can we stop with the legends getting spots? New stars should get it. If I could get my $5, I would go and get new management, new ideals, and some beers for JD. The Dud with a $2 super chat. I hope Brian wins the Rumble. I hope he wins the Rumble too, brother. Mr. Premium. What is up, brother? Thank you for the Patreon. Got to get your information to Hoot Media so we can get your shit out. Read that Vince's brother passed away last Wednesday. Not to be a downer, but just thought I'd mention it here. Let me see what happened with Vince's brother. Rod McMahon passed away. Rod McMahon, brother of WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, passed away at the age of 77. According to his obituary, he passed away last Wednesday on January 20th. This would explain why Vince McMahon missed SmackDown on Friday. He was never a part of the wrestling business, but he was scheduled to appear as part of a storyline funeral for Vince in 2007. That angle was scrapped due to the death of Chris Benoit, the exploding limo storyline. Rod and his wife, Jamise, founded North American Metals in 1987 in Texas. There's no word on death. That's a sad situation, man. I was wondering why Vince McMahon missed SmackDown, so we have a very good reason as to why he missed. So my thoughts and prayers go out to the McMahon family on that, man. That's sad. Luis Baez with a $14.99 super chat. What's up, JD? You're the best as always. Do you think Vince is doing this whole waiting till WrestleMania to have fans to put one over on AEW, as well as trying to do better than the Super Bowl. AEW has nothing to do with it, Lewis. He's just really looking at what the Super Bowl is doing, and he's going to outdraw the Super Bowl, because that's what WWE does. Jericho, 8131, $5 super chat. They pour more effort into Alexa Bliss changing clothes during her match than they do making Raw a good show. Absolutely, man. Mr. Premium with another $4.99 super chat. Get ready, because I'm declaring myself for the Royal Rumble match. Bro, everybody here has declared for the Royal Rumble match. Jericho 8131 with another $5 super chat. I noticed how the commentators kept touting that the WWE Championship is the only world title that Goldberg has never won. Any hints that he may win it? I've been saying it since the beginning, man. All of the Goldberg dick sucking on social media, all of the shilling for Goldberg, all the highlights, all the accolades being listed, all the shit that he hasn't won yet. The comic book theme, playing up the fact that he's a superhero. I don't know, man. Cashmere, 93 $5 super chat. Miz Cash is in, Drew pins Miz, Goldberg wins Rumble, and WWE never sees my money again. Please, bro. Please. Please. Oh my God, I could absolutely see that happening. Dom Tinney, $4.99, wishing you luck looking for a commentary job, JD. I know you got the talents, my man. I'll be at the first event. Who you got in the Rumble? I'm going Brian. He's been my number one all this time, man. I can't stray from Brian. But I do think WWE is going to give it to Edge. The women, I'm going Bayley. But I think Bianca is going to take it. I think Bianca is going over big time. This is her year. Randy Shaddle with a $4.99 super chat. Great OTS 361 on Saturday. Spot on comments about Cross and how the main roster ruins everything special about these wrestlers. Appreciate it, Randy. Thank you so much, man. Maurice Jackson with a $1.99 super chat. I think the network deal is a good and bad deal. It is a good and bad deal. With good, there's always bad, man. If anybody thinks this is a good without the bad, I don't really know, man. In every situation, it is always good and bad. So give me a break. Montrell Rather with a $5 super chat. Please tell me the Lacey Charlotte feud isn't going to turn into Tori Wilson and Dawn Marie 2.0 with Lacey hooking up with Ric Flair. Bro, I don't give a shit where it's going as long as Charlotte Flair doesn't win the Royal Rumble. Francis Loop, $5 super chat. Just heard just now that WWE only sold the rights to the network to Peacock, and you get it free if you have Xfinity cable. Good for the old content. I think Comcast, yes, Comcast is Xfinity, so there you go. Micah, $1.99. Final four, Royal Rumble. Goldberg, Strowman, Mahal, Big Show. Pick. Mahal. I hate to say it, but Mahal. Tribal Chief with a Canadian $5. Can't believe the WWE backstage is going to reveal a 30th entrant in the Royal Rumble match and the first and two entrants for the Women's Rumble. Well, if that's the case, it's Bayley and Bianca, number 1 and 2. No question. That's who I would make number 1 and 2 in the Women's Rumble. JD from New York, 206, number 1 fan, Australian $2. JD, I'm your biggest fan, but you changed, bruh. No, I didn't. Thank you to Bud Artis, New York City Rat. Shayla and Tenorio becoming new members. And then we got Florius Nation. We got a $20 super chat, man. Your thoughts on Gorilla Position Wrestling Podcast. Never listened to them in my entire life. Don't know what happened to them. They don't know me. I don't know them. It is what it is, man. They are slightly WWE shills, but all those UK guys are. And we got Demeter Bullion, XOXO with a Australian 101. He didn't really say much of anything. Come on, Demeter Bullion. No bullshit comment? You let me down, bro. You let me down. Anyway, guys, I am about to get out of here. And the only reason why I opened the chat is because I want to see those guitar emojis in the chat, man. I want to see those guitar emojis in the chat. A little bit of a rough night here, man. I got to get the internet situated. I don't like when the internet cuts out here, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but we're gonna get that situated before the Rumble, man. I can't have this shit happening during the Rumble. If you enjoyed the show tonight, guys, hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Let's get 1,000 thumbs up before we get out of here, man. Thank you to everybody that super chatted. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. If you guys want to support the show via Patreon, go check out the Off the Script extra that went live this morning, talking about the WWE Network being sold to Peacock and NBC Universal. Mouthmasker.com/OTS. Bonfire for your t-shirts, bonfire.com. And joinhoney.com/offthescript, man. Go and save yourself some money. I'm telling you, download that browser. Use our link, joinhoney.com/offthescript. Save yourself some money, man. Sign up. It is legitimate. All you have to do is use our link and download the browser. That's it. It's going to be there every time you shop. It's going to work for you, man. You're not even going to know it's there. I will be back on Wednesday, guys. Jesse and I will be talking about AEW. We got some news about Sting. We got some news about Revolution. Should be a good show on Wednesday night. Hit that subscribe button down below and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Again, hit that thumbs up. We got 864. Let's try for 1,000. I'm getting out of here, man. I'm grabbing my cold beverage. I'm looking at the Mustang outside. I don't give a shit how cold it is, man. Windows are down. Music is blasting. Turn that knob up to max. We're driving away, man. I'll see you guys on Wednesday night for Dynamite. See you guys later.